So you step through this heart portal and you come through this other portal. And you are greeted by 3 figures that seem to knew that you were coming. So here stands before you this person who's wearing a crown. It's not super extravagant, but it has a sapphire crown, and everything they're wearing is red, but it is lined in sapphire trim, so it sticks out quite a bit. And she has a scepter, a very long scepter with a sapphire flame at the end of it. So she's human. So she's in the middle. Then, like you'll see, I can't get it off. So you will see what looks like a child. It's very small. They're draped in blue and they have stars all over themselves. Once you look deeply in their face, I'm just using your passives right now. I'm not making you roll just your passive stuff with your investigation and perception. If you want to know more, you can roll. That I want to tell you. But they carry a little staff that looks like a little star on it. But of course, to you, this staff is like a stick. But you look at their face, and there's no child. The face looks that of a middle-aged woman. Maybe 30 or 40. And you look back.
I'm assuming I've never seen someone.
No, it's like like this might be like in your mind, maybe like a midget.
Okay.
But you look over and it's like no, like if you look back towards the woman, this woman doesn't even look like she looks like she's between 40 and 50, this regal looking one.
Okay.
So, but then you look over and you see a very young looking drow. And this drow steps forward. And he goes, "Hello, young lord. I have been tasked to tell you greetings. My name is Dante. I am a student here, and I'm also a part-time protector of the Queen. This is Queen Ava. We were told that you were coming. In respect for the Lord of Dragons, we have kept this quiet, as all our actions have been with your land back and forth. There are still many that remember the tragedies that befell the first few years between our great nations. You may do a history roll if you wish."
Yeah, that's an 8.
I don't remember much, but as far as you know, there's been unsteadiness between your all's countries.
I wasn't privy to the diplomatic side of the kingdom.
Well, this Dante speaks and says, "Well, you can call it maybe sort of a cultural Cold War. Perceptions run hot, especially after we pulled out of the third Tiamat strike, or the the third Mother Dragon Strike.
I just glare at him when he says that.
As far as you know, you don't remember anyone ever helping with Dragon Strikes.
No, that's why I glare at him. I don't understand. Like, I'm confused, visibly confused.
But we have followed our treaty, and we have made sure to feed as much information as we can for the location of the mother as we find out. Hence why we are accepting the terms of your father and his wishes. Do you have the rest of his wishes? We have prepared everything that he has sent, even though it has been almost half a year since we've received anything. But he said it would be some time until you would come, but it gave us plenty of time to prepare.
I'll go in my satchel and I will pull out the scroll, the seal, and I look kind of through Dante at the woman in the middle. I say, I believe this is for you.
Now, when you hold it out, Dante reaches for a blade, but he doesn't pull it. He's just very careful. He's making sure, looking at it. You know, like a hunter ready to strike. This Dante is quite experienced and deadly. So you know that you must not give any openings. You feel that he already knows which places that he can stab you to subdue you if you're not careful. So
I give him a smirk when I see him grab it. When I see him handle his blade.
He gives you a look of acknowledgement. He's like, "Good, you're not a fool" type look. You know. So the queen comes up. She says, "Dawn, the headmaster is waiting for you. The preparations are being met." So Dawn, you know, the priest leaves. You know, the little person comes over and speaks, and tells him that he's taller than he thought, or that she thought, but she's only met a short follower in the past of the one without, and she's going to take him. So it's just you plus Dante plus Queen Ava with your dragon. And she looks. She says, "I see that you have a dragon. I too have an affinity with dragons." And she looks. She says, "Is this your pet? Is this your?" She says, "What is this? What is it to you?"
To me, it is just a dragon. And what better way to know your enemy than to study them up close?
So it is a science experiment? Is it something you wish to train?
It is merely here. For what purpose it has, I'm not sure of yet.
She said, "Well, we can take it and put it in the pens, but if you are going to keep it around, I will give you this, and it's a little bitty orb. It's round. What color would you like it to be? Would you like it to be like white, like your dragon?"
Yeah, like frost color.
Yeah. Like a white, like what it like you want it to look like, sort of like a dragon eye, like a whitish blue, like sort of like the dragon's eye itself.
That'd be good.
And she says,
Yeah.
"See, with this, so this is a spell focus. You can channel your arcane with it. Point it at the dragon and morph it into the ball." So all you have to do is repeat a phrase for it to come in and out. So you may make up a phrase to draw the dragon or to pull the dragon in.
Okay. Thank you. Does it need to go in now, or would it?
It's like, well, it would be better for it, because let's just say that that's not the type of dragon we like here. And as you look, you notice that it's like, this is where you see that she also has like a dress satchel, and it has like a silverish platinum dragon upon this sash. And you've heard tell of this shining dragon, a great prize indeed, but it's also a great foe to the mother dragons, the shining dragon. So do you absorb?
I'll accept. Yeah, I'll absorb it.
All right, so you absorb it. This is good. So your temperament is a little bit calmer than your father's. He can sometimes be impatient. Diplomacy is not necessarily his way, because he tends to think that he always has many steps planned ahead. Doesn't like it when his plans are adjusted. She says, "Let me see what he wants on his last plan." So she opens the scroll and reads. She says, "Oh." She says, this could not have come at a worse time. And she rolls the scroll back up. And she looks at Dante. She said, "Dante, we must get towards the chambers. It's not long." And Dante goes, "As you wish." So they come out, and you come out, and you realize that you are underneath the castle, and it was in this portal room was in a secret place. And you come out, and then you're at a rock face, and when you look down, there's this great dragon keep almost parallel in this rock face that comes out. It's about 50 feet from the edge. And there's a great symbol of this shining dragon on top of it. And she turns, and she looks, she says, "Yes. Says, you've come at a very interesting day. So after all, today is the day that I died. And everyone else is dying too. She says that very calmly.
I have had the same confused look on my face the whole time I've been here. So it's just nothing these people talk about making any sense to me.
So then she steps out into nothing, and there's this great force bridge that appears. Like it sort of shimmers every time she think of it. It's like as you throw a rock on a pool, and you see that there's this invisible bridge that sort of shines with every step. She says, "Just follow me. Walk straight." And she points to a place. That there's a mark on this, and it's near the shining dragon's mouth that's on top of this dragon keep. She says, "If we walk straight like this, we should be fine." And this, so she walks, and then Dante tells you proceed, and he gets behind you. So he whispers, "If you fall off, I'll get in very big trouble."
You have no idea. I take a step.
So you step through, and again, like when you step, it's like it makes waves sort of blare out. But the waves also sort of let you know where to step next. The sort of ripple. So you realize, hey, you're a good tracker, right? So you're able to track the waves from your step. Then you realize that you can watch her stepping, and the waves come back. So with this, you don't have any problems going across this because you're seeing the track. You're seeing the step and the tracks their way through. So when she steps, it lets you know exactly the shape of this bridge, where you're going.
Okay.
So you don't feel very uncomfortable after a few steps.
Gotcha.
Other than you're sort of up in there.
Right.
Now, you may do an investigation to know where this place is, where you walked out of the castle. If you want to know where you came from, you know where you're going.
That will be an 18.
Okay. So, all right. So you have a pretty good idea where this is sort of where this is in. And it's like it's almost right under the castle, but it's definitely, there has to be valves under the castle that can get to there, not just this way. After all, you grew up in a castle with plenty of passages.
Right.
So you get to the top, and at this point now, like, Princess Ava says, "We must hurry." And she looks up, and you notice that the sky is odd. It's already, you've heard stories about this city, Hubshan, that's surrounded by a bubble and it glistens, right? So it's glistening, but at times it almost looks like stuff's moving. From your point of view, I'm not going to make you roll from it, but from a survival perspective, you almost feel like how you feel if you fell out of a tree, like a very long fall. It almost feels like the sky's topsy-turvy. There's things going on. Once you get to Dragon Keep, the city has sort of lights, and there's bells. There's something big going on. And she comes to a door. She touches a door on the keep, and the door slides open, and there's some steps that go down. She says, "We must hurry."
Lead the way.
So they go down, and at this point, they come down, and you come into this chamber that's lit, and there are spirits floating around in here. I'm not going to say, though, that you've seen spirits before from where you're from.
Probably not a big fan of them.
So there's a few in your castle, but
yeah,
that sort of float around. But your world is, but they usually show up at night, and they hang around the edge of the mists. But they don't seem to pay much mind, and they sort of move out of the way. You get the feeling that they're not hunting you, but they're protectors.
Okay.
because let's see, because right now you are proficient in two things: dragons and undead.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two things you're best. That's your monster type.
Right.
So, but you may do. You have advantage on it. You may do a nature, because technically, yeah, like I guess it sort of falls under nature with advantage about these spirits.
Okay. I definitely need advantage on that one. Okay, 12 60, 18.
Yeah, and don't forget that's on your monster glimmer, so you get that additional 3.
So 12 plus 6 on it, 18.
Yeah, so you go through and you're looking at these spirits, but these seem different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like most of the poltergeists are straight ghosts, but these are I don't know, it's just everything tells you that this is different.
Gotcha. Okay.
They don't act the same. They don't seem to react the same. But they almost seem like they're guarding this place. But they don't really pay you mind or Dante or definitely not the Queen. And you come to this door and it's got a dragon head, but the dragon head doesn't look like the Shining Dragon. It's very similar. It's very similar to your father's crest.
Okay.
And she says, "I've prepared this room for you, based on what your father told me."
I would very much like to know what my father has told you.
And she opens the door and she goes in. And there's other spirits in here. And she says, "Don't worry, I'm not going to make you roll for these spirits since you did good on the." She said, "These make sure that certain beings can't hear us. Along with this, and there's a great shield that's in the room."
Okay.
You know, the shield has horns on it, like they come out of the shield.
Okay.
So once all you are in there, the door closes. And she looks at Dante. She says, "Dante, it's time." And she pulls out her. It's an orb, like sort of what you got, but it's bigger. And she goes, "Headmaster, I'm where I'm at. Are you prepared?" And you hear a voice you've not heard before, and it says, "The ritual is almost ready. Dawn is here. Soon I will be conducting it. I'm getting ready. Sev is saving the souls that need to be saved, and the others are preparing." And the voice says, "Are you sure that you want to go through with this?" And she says, "Yes." It's like, Dante, it's like, it's like what you have to do, because someday we might have to use the Mother of Dragons to defeat her. So Dante looks and asks if she's sure. I know, like, while you're in the room, they seem to be talking about something else other than, you.
Yeah.
So, and Dante looks. He says, "What was your name again?"
My name is Byrne.
It's like Byrne. I need you to help me with this shield because it's in the middle of the room, sitting up.
Okay.
So he goes over. He says, "I am not the strongest, but he says you look like you can handle yourself with some strength. Um, Will you do a strength saving throw and help Dante? You have advantage doing it.
Okay.
Let me see. I don't. Let me. I said strength, but let me see if your skills are. Nah, the strength saving throw is fine.
Okay. That's a 23.
That was with your advantage.
Oh no, hold on.
Because Dante's giving the help action.
Okay, 23 is best.
All right, so you walk over and Dante's now helping you. You can tell he's struggling. He's way faster than he is strong. And he says, "We need to go put it on that tomb."
Okay.
So you all go, and for you really don't need Dante's more slowing you down. Yeah. It's like you could wield this. You could probably throw it like a frisbee if you wanted to. But do you let Dante see that you don't need him, or do you humor him?
I kind of bug my shoulders up a little bit, where like take a little bit more of the weight, but not the full weight.
Okay.
So
well, you get up there, and you know that there's no way Dante could just lift it up. He'd have to push and struggle to get it up there. So you set it flat on there and like do it like the cover.
Yeah.
So Dante's like, good. He says, now we've got to do one other thing.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
okay.
He says, we've got to lift it up and open the tomb. So just like sit it straight up.
Okay.
So because when the shield gets on top of it, it becomes the top. So now it's like
okay. Gotcha.
so it's now the roof of the tomb and the shield is it. So if it falls back, it becomes the top of the tomb.
Oh, okay. I understand.
So
okay. So another strength saving throw, or
you rolled pretty good on that. To lift it, like Dante's on one side of it. Dante can balance it on the outside, but if you want to lift up and stand up in the coffin or the crypt, you can just sort of lift it up without a save.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, so it goes up good, and Princess Ava's like, hold that. Dante's got to do something. So do you feel that you have it stable?
Yes.
So Dante goes over and he looks at the queen. He says, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And she said, "I am blood of the dragon. Why not do a favor for the Lord of the Dragon?" She says, "My time has come. I am an older lady. I might not look it, but the drow blood does not run through my veins. It's not as strong as your elf heritage." Dante says, "I do not want to do this." And she's like, "Neither have I. I'm not the one that wanted to be the last ruler of Hubshan either." So Dante's like, "You won't be, because we will make it anew." And Dante pulls that dagger out that you saw him grabbing, and he stabs Ava through the heart.
Okay. I'm still holding onto the shield, right?
Yeah, you're still holding on to the shield inside the tomb.
Okay.
He says, hold it up, and he picks her up, struggles, and he's moving her over to the tomb. He says, hold it, and he's putting Ava into the tomb.
Also, I didn't come here to start a war.
So he looks up. He says, "You didn't here to start a war. You might help end it." And he lays a sapphire, like behind it. He picks up and he puts a sapphire egg inside the tomb. And he looks up and he says, "Forgive me, it's for the best." And he stabs you with the same because you can't defend yourself. You're holding this heavy thing inside the tomb,
Yep.
holding up with both your arms. You can't move. You can't do anything. And he stabs you in the back with the same blade that he stabbed Ava. So you may do a strength saving throw to see if it falls all the way back. I'm going to say it's at disadvantage, though.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was so good. 13.
So, well, you fall back, and your thoughts dwell of, oh my gosh, just a little while ago I was on my knee with my father, and you're now down on a knee holding this heavy shield. And Dante looks. He said, "This shield will protect you, and the blood of our ruler, and the blood that's already in your veins. It's like we'll protect you until we meet again." So today is not your last day. And he kicks the shield, and it falls back and encases you in this tomb.
Dante!
So and when it seals and it closes, you see the symbol of the shield glow inside of the tomb. You see the great shield and the horns, glowing, and the sword glowing too, and like you're slowly dying. He sort of ran you through. You're gasping, and Ava's right there.
He nicked me.
So she's already passed. And her blood is spilling into the bottom of this chamber. She's pale, but she, in the light of this, has this sapphire look. Like all those threads in her glow, and the place is illuminated from above and below. And here you are. You definitely don't have the strength, but it seems like if you do anything like this, it's heavier than it was.
Yeah.
And then you see something disturbing. You see your body as you are glowing. You were a spirit.
Oh, no.
You were a spirit outside your body. And you see Ava in spirit there too. And she looks. She says, your father wanted to make sure that you would live on in this time of dread. He also does not wish for you to become the new Dread Lord that he has become. So we have a proposal to help both you and me. The world is ending, but you have a chance to save our world and your world of Dragonloft. But it will not happen for a long time. And as I've been told, when I've had my fate read, that there will be a time that both you and I will be needed. I was needed now, so that way you may be needed later. And she holds up the sapphire egg. He says, and with this, you will be waiting for your time. And she sort of disappears, and the egg is right in front of you, and you're in this space. Now you realize you're in the tomb.
Yeah.
And it's just you, the spiritual form of you, And then you hear whisper. She says, "You may now." She says, "You are now a dragon master, and someday you can be a dragon lord, but a different lord. I've granted you the magical power that resides within me to master dragons, and to even shape into them if you need it. This is a gift.
I accept.
Use it wisely. Step into the egg and be reborn someday. But you are not dead as you walk in. You are merely waiting for your time. So you go into the sapphire egg and things phase out until someday, we do not know when, but someday you hear a crack and you wake.